Hey everybody, on today's show, we are talking books, 5 of them. Each of our ladies will present a book choice, then tell us why it should be our next read. Then we vote on them. The theme this month is
Perseverance.
So grab your cups. It's time for
The Tea.
We're back. Let's get this conversation going. Perseverance. Dina, why don't you go ahead and start this conversation?
Okay. So the book I am suggesting we read is Blessed Life by Kim Fields. And if you are part of Generation Excellent,
yes,
you grew up watching her. She was a child star on The Facts of Life, Living Single, and I know she's done a lot behind the scenes. And you might think that this would be an interesting choice for Perseverance because she hasn't had a lot of drama in her life, in the same way as sometimes we think of someone having to have this dark tragedy, but sometimes it actually takes perseverance not to have that. How do you count your blessings? Maybe things are not popping the way you're expecting, but you keep going and you stay in the game. So I'm really interested in hearing about how, someone I grew up in watching, she inspired me to go to boarding school from being Tootie on the Facts of Life, the black girl, the black girl at the boarding school. So I ended up there. It wasn't quite like her school.
Did you have the roller skates?
I did, and I cannot skate.
Does she go into detail about some of the behind the scenes struggles that she faced? I know that, again, she's leading this on a positive note, but does she talk about, again, some of the things that happen outside of the public eye?
Well, I mean, she talks about, she had issues with body image and, as a woman in the entertainment industry, as you get older, the glass ceiling, limited opportunities, but the rest you have to read the book to find out.
Oh my, all right. So Dina, you are recommending Blessed Life by Kim Fields.
I am.
And now it's on you.
She ready. I am so ready to present my choice this week. It's The Last Black Unicorn by Tiffany Haddish.
Yes.
And for anybody who doesn't know, right now, she is on the rise. And this book is talking about the process and what she had to go through to actually be on the rise. And it goes through overcoming dealing with a schizophrenic mother.
Wow.
She was not able to read or didn't really recognize that she couldn't read well until she was in the 9th grade. And how she was able to use her gift of being humorous to navigate her life just on a practical level and then turn it into a way to make money for herself as well. And she deals with a lot of things that I think personally, there are many people who go through these struggles and don't recognize that there are jewels in there that they could mine and still create a successful life later on. So I would really like to, and even though it's like dealing with dark things happening, she is still humorous.
I actually have a question. You guys all seem to know who she is. Who is she? I've not heard of her before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a comedian. Her breakout role is in Girls Trip with Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and she is like the star of the movie, even though the movie is not centered around her character. She really ignites the fire there, but she was a comedian, and before that, like, you don't know who she is. She was very lesser known until she had this breakout role, and they did like some $100 million like the first weekend out.
She totally stole the show.
Yeah, totally.
You would have never, you need to go see Girl Trip. Because, and then she was also on The Carmichaels, which I had never seen, but that's a different story. So it leads me to me. Oh, what a great segue. And it's interesting that I have Misty Copeland. That's who I am recommending. A ballerina body. Now, clearly, I don't have a ballerina body. And I was a little nervous when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this one. But the cool part about it is that she talks about, even though she's a ballerina, she has the shape, and she has all this, but she still had body image issues. And you would think Misty Copeland has a body image issue, but even started trying to be a ballerina, they were saying that she was too big. And I was like, how is this girl too big? I was like, I probably came out the womb wearing what she wear. So I was like, but it's amazing at how so many people deal with body image, and you would never think that they did. So she talks about how she persevered through the body image issues and her diet. She never thought she had a problem, but she had to deal with the people from the outside saying that she didn't have the look. So she had to persevere through that to get them to accept her for who she was, especially then when she started out in being a ballerina late in life. She wasn't like the child prodigy.
So what kind of advice does Misty offer in this book?
Now, one piece of advice that I kind of honed in on, and y'all are really getting ready to holler on this. She said, you need fat. Fat makes the world go round. I was like, yes. But of course, she wasn't talking about the fat from the pork chops that you want to go eat. But she was talking about the good and healthy fats and how you need to incorporate those items into your diet in order to be well-rounded. Hey, think one of your friends would like this?
Share it right now and keep the conversation going and growing.
If you want to be part of this conversation,
Jump into the comments below.
And we'll be there to talk to you.
Get your friends in on the conversation.
like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Who's telling your story?
We are
The tea.
The tea.
the tea.
Now let's get back to the show. My book is How Dare the Sun Rise by Sandra Uwiringiyimana. This young lady is the pinnacle of perseverance. She is a refugee from the Republic of Congo. She was placed in a refugee camp far from her home, and there her family was gunned down in front of her.
Wow.
She was only 9 years old. And through a program from the United Nations, she came to the United States. But since she arrived, she had to learn how to live without money, without knowledge of self from her family, and really tried to also learn what blackness is. Because in the Republic of Congo, everyone's black.
Right.
Everyone is African and looks like you, but when she came here, which is a supposed melting pot, she had to learn what being African American means. And also, she really had to try to figure out where her place is. So currently, Sandra is an advocate, and she's really vocal about refugee status and rights here in the United States. And this is such a hot topic because now we hear what's going on with DACA and with Trump, and also with all these insane things that are going on with rights. Sandra is using her voice to speak out for what is needed here in the United States.
So you're recommending How Dare the Sun Rise by Sandra
Uwiringiyimana.
Amen.
Sorry.
So, ladies, are there any questions about this memoir?
Do you know how old she is?
So I believe Sandra today is about college aged.
Wow.
That's amazing. She's
that's a
dealt
lot
with
to
a whole
go
lot.
through.
So, Afi, we're going to go ahead. What do you have?
I'm recommending Courage is Contagious. This is a collection of essays put together by New York Times' Nick Haramis. And these are a collection of essays by women and men who have been impacted by the Michelle Obama.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
So we all know Mrs. Obama is the epitome of perseverance. And the people in the essay, they're all talking about how she impacted them while going into detail about actually meeting her and sharing their stories of perseverance through her strength and her courage.
Awesome.
I cannot speak about Mrs. Obama enough, especially since they're now gone and we are feeling the absence of having her in the White House. So I miss her. I want her to come back. And I hope this book will at least bring her a little bit closer to us.
We have all presented our choices. Now it is that time. Are we ready to vote?
Yes.
All right, let's vote. Don't be looking. I want to. You ain't looking. Stop.
I feel like I have to go with who
Until yourself.
who I need right now in my life.
A little comedy.
Yeah,
you
like
need
what
in
I
your
need in
life.
my life right now.
You ready? Are we ready, ladies?
Different, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're all so
Different stories, yeah.
Yeah, so, Afi, we're going to start with you. What did you choose?
So I'm going with Blessed Life by Kim Fields. I
All
need the
right.
blessings.
And I'm
Janelle?
voting for How Dare the Sun Rise. That's my pick, and I'm going with it.
Oh, well, come on here. And I'm going with Blessed Life. And Nigeria.
The Last Black Unicorn.
Whatever. And Dina.
Blessed Life.
All right, looks like we have a winner. Blessed Life will be our new book for our discussion.
Okay,
Dina, you have won. Are you excited? Yeah. Blessed Life, y'all. Blessed Life will be our new choice. We really appreciate you clicking in, and we hope you will help keep the conversation going and growing by subscribing and commenting on our YouTube channel and liking our Facebook page. See our new videos every Thursday morning. And remember, who's telling your story? The team!